Well, a lot to plow through, so let me try to catch the new people up and then get into the controversy. So, Norah Ames was for a while a big friend and ally of Aaron Smith-Levin, and Aaron had a lot of problems with people in the ex-Scientology community, and there was a back and forth between those people and the aftermath people, and it seemed Nora was a loyal ally, but over the summer, there were quite a few changes and a lot of fighting, which I'll get to at the end. But essentially, Nora, near the end of the summer, started to rethink her positions. So now she is independent of Aaron and has become very recently critical of him, and Aaron did not take very kindly. He's been doing a lot of these, well, no nice way of putting it, drunk videos. He's just literally out on his porch, I guess, drinking and puffing a huge cigar and dishing on Nora and how she has been the cause of all the schisms and crises and whatever with the SPTV community. And again, I know that people think this channel is notorious for just hating Aaron, but honestly, my stance is much more neutral. I do think he's a very troublesome figure and more bad than good at the moment, but can't deny one time I was a big fan, and he does some good work here and there. That said, he made a few good points, but then said something really shocking, even for Aaron. I was like stunned he would actually admit this. Let me get the big thing out of the way that Nora was really vexed and did this very odd crying video where she was very upset that Aaron is consistently labeling her zero Dark Norah. Now, I think actually Aaron here is actually being very precise and correct because her actions and attitudes and practices, frankly, do mirror Zero Dark Tony. But like Zero Dark Tony, who I know is a divisive figure, if the information is good, the information is good. I may fault the presentation and the person, but if the information is solid, let's go with the information. And again, it's not too much, but Nora has been revealing a lot of secrets that Aaron has been keeping from us and confirming our worst fears. After being kicked out of the Aftermath Foundation, he is making a very ugly, abusive, authoritarian cult, but he doesn't care. Well, there we are. Then it slid into some very dark, dangerous territory where he went much further than just insulting Nora. I will let you hear it for yourself. And I did confirm this. I did go to the sections of the video that are relevant. And yes, apparently he did say these things. But the audio here and video is a little distorted on purpose.
Literally working for the foundation as a volunteer, getting thousands of dollars of assistance, not just you, but your mother as well.
Aaron does not actually sound slurred in the unedited original because, you see, Aaron has been trying to take down that channel, SPTV Foundation, which is a kind of parody channel that has been doing a lot of fact checking on his, well, crimes and scandals, and Aaron doesn't like that very much. And again, only a couple months earlier, Nora was trying to help Aaron and take down the channel. So, yeah, Nora is always being a big hypocrite. Now she's playing a victim, and she is, to put it mildly, minimizing her guilt, which it is what it is. That said, she made some devastating revelations of her own, but I will just deal with the main charge, because I think here Aaron, as always, is guilty of hypocrisy, but something worse. So one of the points Aaron kept returning to is that Nora is, what's the word, without authorization, speaking of his wife and his children. Well, there are two major problems. One is that Aaron very explicitly wants to be a famous public figure. Apparently needs to read the laws more carefully. If you become and deliberately become a celebrity in the public eye, yeah, your rights to privacy are diminished a little bit. You still have them, right? You have to be careful, but you are giving up something, and that is recognized by many courts over and over again here in the US and elsewhere. So if Aaron wants to keep his, quote, children completely private, well, he's doing a very bad job of it because he keeps putting out photos and propaganda that's using them to furnish his family image, even though we now know for a fact that he and Heather aren't really a real couple, right? Even though they're technically still married. Aaron says they have a separation, but openly, Aaron is with a mistress, and God only knows what Heather is doing. So if Aaron wants us to not talk about these things, then he should stop doing crimes and scandals that force us to talk about these things. So if his children are getting mentioned or talked about in ways he doesn't like, well, get a big mirror. You're the problem. We're not the problem. You're the problem. But let's keep to that standard that we shouldn't be getting into family members and their private business. But Aaron just did that. Aaron now confirmed that Nora's mother was getting support from the SPTV Foundation. So I'm not sure if he means Nora's stepmother or biological mother. Nora's family situation is a complete erratic mess. And again, I'm going to be careful there because my own family is a little bit all over the place with marriages and whatever divorces. But yeah, I don't know precisely who Aaron means, but I think we can figure it out. Should a foundation president who is supposed to be helping his clients, presumably with some discretion and secrecy, be talking about these things? No. But is he running a serious charity? No. And I do like it that some of these women, and they are women, they identify as women, are going cuckoo crazy. Well, two things. They're lying about me. Okay. Whatever. I'm a big boy. I can take that. But they're just trying to sidestep the issue. Is he running a legit foundation? A legit charity? The answer is no. He's acting in a wildly unprofessional manner. And I just don't know of any real good major charity where they will divulge private information of their clients just to settle a personal family vendetta with an ex friend. That is not professional, and I doubt it's legal. So if Aaron wants to get himself in a lot of lawsuits and go to jail, that is his business. I'm just doing analysis. I would say, though, that complaining about Nora mentioning your family and then you mention her family to embarrass her, even though as a foundation president, you shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, that's not just hypocrisy. That's pretty damn disgusting. Again, it's fine to criticize Nora. I criticize Nora. And if Aaron wants to call her Zero Dark Norah, I think that's correct. If Nora wants to cry about that, that's fine. And I did listen to her video patiently, and she made some good points, but about a third of it went into some very odd territory, even for her, and there I could not agree with her. She did make a lot of solid points about Aaron being a very narcissistic, abusive cult leader. That is true. It's also true she was helping this abusive, narcissistic cult for a while, not just one time or two times. She did it for years and years and years, but now she's sobering up because it turns out Aaron doesn't like her very much, which she was told about. She was told about this over the summer. That's why the timeline is very critical, because now, even though before she hated DOA and some of the LA protesters, now she's making nice and saying, guys, I just love my protesters. DOA and I have many issues, but now Scott, the DOA man, we're friends again because Nora's showing up in his chat and being, I love you, Scott. I love the way you rampage against people. It's fantastic. Okay, before Scott had to earn her trust back, but now it's like, guys, I got it all wrong. DOA and the Laura and the Liz, we're all going to join together against Aaron's now. Oh, is that the new mythology? Is that the new cult? Anyway, so not a lot of consistency from these people, whether moral, logical, or frankly just basic coherent. It's all over the map. One day, Aaron is a villain because he's too close to Mike Rinder. Then he's a hero because he gets away from Mike Rinder. Then he's a villain again. Then he's a hero again. But here I'm trying to be somewhat consistent in my criticism. So Aaron, if he wants to air out certain issues, again, he does have the right to response. That is a basic right. But even when you respond, when you have a basic right and exercise it, you should show good judgment. And he's not doing that. He's just acting like a goddamn drunken fool. And I think acting in all kinds of criminal ways. And if he gets mad for being called out on it and we have to mention his family, well, again, that is his problem because he's doing the criminal activity, not me. So there we are. So hopefully he'll get better and calm down. But yeah, the damage is done. I mean, I don't know if anyone who would be serious enough to take this foundation at its word or that, yes, we're here to help people. Oh, we'll keep your secrets. Yeah, it's a very big question mark what the SPTV Foundation is up to. Did it help some people? Apparently it did, but not in the right, good professional manner that a charity should operate, apparently.